Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, December 6th, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Last week, Palm Coast City Councilman Victor Barbosa announced he will challenge Joe Mullins for his seat on the Flagler County Commission. Barbosa had originally planned to run against County Commissioner Greg Hansen in District 2. Over the weekend, Palm Coast City Councilman Ed Danko was a guest on Live, Shop, Work, Play, a show hosted by Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins on WNZF, and brought up his District 4 challenger.
The most important thing that's going on is you now have an opponent for your race, and that's Councilman Victor Barbosa has decided not to run against Greg Hansen, but to run against you.
I give him a few weeks and it'll probably be a different seat. This guy's
can't make up his mind.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'll say about Barbosa, isn't that the guy that had the Costa Rica stuff and all that says it wasn't true? I will do this publicly. I'll make this offer publicly. If it's untrue, I want him to show this community. He owes it to this community.
No,
we don't run from our past. I will buy him and a guest he picks a ticket to fly to Costa Rica for the weekend and come back. And then I will believe him and I will stand with him. And matter of fact, I'd probably step out of the race and go on and do what go back to my businesses and stuff, because if he thinks he can do it better, let him do it.
Mullins referring to accusations that Councilman Barbosa is a fugitive wanted in Costa Rica for kidnapping and extortion. Accusations that Barbosa vehemently denies. In an interview with WNZF, Barbosa responds to Mullins' offer to buy him plane tickets to Costa Rica to prove his innocence.
Well, I'm just wondering, is this going to be a real ticket, or is he going to be copying it like he copies the golf tickets that he bootlegs out in Georgia? Is he going to pay with that money? I'm not the one in a lawsuit. What was it, $2.5 million lawsuit?
Barbosa referring to the lawsuit against Mullins that alleges he sold fraudulent tickets to the Masters Golf Tournament in Augusta, Georgia. A lawsuit Mullins calls frivolous.
It's time for Joe to go back to Georgia. I could buy him a bus ticket back to Georgia. I don't understand, why can't we just run a civil campaign here? Why does he want to get nasty? I mean, is that the only thing he knows how to do? He can't run a clean campaign? I really don't want to go dirty, but if he wants to get dirty, I'm ready to go.
This past weekend's episode of Live, Shop, Work, Play is available as a podcast on the Flagler Radio app. The process to hire a new Palm Coast City manager could be headed up by an external consultant. Rich Petchke reports.
Councilman Nick Klufis says hiring an outside search firm will find more candidates for the position.
In my opinion, what we have found in this process is that we don't have a candidate that we all agree on is even viable. We need to look at our candidate pool and ensure that we have the top quality candidates that are willing to submit their resumes for consideration of being our city manager.
Klufis says it's important to get the best person for the job.
What the city of Palm Coast really needs is someone who's going to come in and maintain a level of being steadfast. And we don't need any turmoil with our upcoming city manager. This is a huge decision because they are really running the operations of the city.
And while he knows the job needs to be filled as soon as possible,
it's better that we find the correct candidate. So if this adds an additional few months to the search, I'm 100% okay with that. The higher priority for me is to ensure that we find the right city manager candidate and that we don't rush to fill the position with someone who's not adequately fit to do their job.
Klufis says he will bring up hiring a search firm at Tuesday's city council meeting. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
Flagler County Sheriff's deputies arrested 2 teens in a high-speed chase. Karen Johnson has details.
Recently, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office was alerted of a stolen vehicle from Nassau County on State Route 100. The 2 car thieves were identified as a couple of teen boys and were found sleeping in the vehicle at the Winn-Dixie in Palm Coast. Upon approaching the vehicle after tactically setting up stop sticks, deputies observed the driver sleeping and unresponsive to verbal commands. The front driver's door was unlocked and deputies opened it, asking the occupants to get out of the car. When the driver woke up, he looked at the deputies, shut the driver's side door, turned the vehicle on, put the car in reverse, and fled the scene.
Sheriff's Office! Sheriff's Office!
Vehicle taking off towards Old King.
Copy, taking off towards Old King.
It's struck up patrol car.
Eventually, more stop sticks were used in Bunnell, and a total of 3 teens were arrested for stealing a vehicle and being in possession of marijuana. With a history of criminal behavior by the teens, Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says these juveniles are on a fast track to state prison. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This holiday season, the city of Palm Coast is reminding residents to shop local in support of the Be Local, Buy Local initiative, and that includes filling up.
Brittany Kershaw with the city of Palm Coast says that when you buy gas in Palm Coast, it's projected that the city will benefit in a big way.
In 2022, we are projecting that we'll have over $2 million come back to the city of Palm Coast.
Kershaw said that with Flagler County's local option tax, Palm Coast garners between 1 and 6 cents for every gallon sold. The business report is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 10. Tomorrow, making you want to shop in Flagler County. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.